Mixing 808s and kick drums. This is every producer's question. They want to know, how do I get my kick and my bass to cooperate? How do I get them to just sound good together? How do I get them to both hit without interfering with one another? And in today's video, I'm going to show you one of my favorite strategies to get my kicks to cut out clearly on top of my 808s without sacrificing anything. Are you ready? Let's go. Are you an artist, producer, engineer, or music professional that's looking for funding for your music career? Could you benefit from having funding for studio time, mixing and mastering, or even marketing costs? I think I have something for you. I've written a free ebook. It's 9 pages, super short and digestible, where I break down the 6 main places that artists and professionals like yourself can find funding for their musical projects. If this sounds like it's of value to you, please click the link below and you can download this for free today and benefit from this knowledge. I hope this helps. I'll see you guys soon. Peace. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy, 5-piece producer and engineer extraordinaire. Thank you for checking out today's video. I'm super excited to talk about this most asked question about kicks and 808s and getting them to blend together. But before we get into that, if you can, please hit the bell and the subscribe button below so you can stay tuned for more helpful videos. I got a ton of videos out there where I'm talking about mixing like I am today, but also talking about other things like recording and grant writing and all kinds of other stuff that'll be helpful for you in your music career. But let's talk now about kicks and 808s and how I get them to cut out on top of each other. Let's jump into Pro Tools and I'll show you what's going on. I've got a song here by my buddy Cashflow featuring Erratics. It's called Dead Inside. I did it recently, and if you want to listen to it, you can hit the link below and check it out today. It's a really great record. But we're going to use this as an example for what I want to teach you, which is how to get your kicks to come out on top, especially when it comes to dealing with basses and other sounds that might conflict with the kick and having it come out clearly. Now, on this song, there's a few components, and every song is different. But in this situation, we have a main 808 sound and the kick. And the 808 I also enhanced a little bit by essentially creating a distortion channel and a parallel compression channel, which I've both rendered to audio. But nonetheless, really, these are the main sounds that are present in the low end or the bass frequencies of the track. I'm going to play this for you real quick so you can just get a little idea of the context of what we're talking about. And then I'm going to show you what I did to help get the kick to come out a bit more clearly. So you get the idea. Pretty straightforward, right? Now, what I specifically did here, and it's going to kind of overlap a few of my previous tutorials, so I'll probably point out a few that you should check out as well in addition to this video. But really what I focused on doing here is really a combination of strategic multi-band sidechain compression. So if you scroll down here, you're going to see I have my groups. This is where every single thing, instrumental-wise, goes in my track here. And I do have a tutorial how to group your tracks, something to that effect. I'll put a link below so you can check that out as well if you want to learn more about that. But specifically, I have my bass master here where all of my bass, aka my 808 sounds, go. And you're going to see that I have a Pro MB from FabFilter here. And this is a multi-band compressor. Now, this is a little bit different from a standard compressor in the sense that it actually focuses on specific frequencies and only compressing those based on how you have it set up. So I have another video, how to use sidechain compression, that really explains the concept of sidechain compression. And we're taking that one step further by using this multiband. And what it's really doing is, a regular sidechain compressor is going to compress every single frequency within a sound, which is cool. It helps make room for that sound. It helps prioritize it. But the problem is it may actually be affecting it negatively because it's taking away from every single frequency, including frequencies that maybe aren't actually getting in the way of the sound you want to make room for. Now, in this case, I have my kick set up as a sidechain, so the kick is triggering this on the bass. So essentially, every time the kick hits, it causes the bass to reduce in volume ever so slightly. And as you can see here, I have it set to 160 hertz and below. So what's happening is it's only compressing the very, very low end of the sound. And this is specifically the area where the kick and the bass sort of clash and get in each other's way. So I'm trying to make sure that we're able to prioritize the kick in the low end while leaving the top end of the track completely untouched. So let's check this out. I'm going to play this again. And I'm going to bypass this and I'm going to put it in halfway through and we'll see how much of a difference is it making. You get the idea. You can see that every time the kick is hitting, it's causing this reduction in the low end, and it's allowing the kick just to be prioritized and come out slightly on top. It's not supposed to be a huge night and day difference because sometimes if it is, it's just too noticeable. It doesn't sound natural, so we're trying to avoid that. And even here, you can see that I don't really have it set too aggressively. I have a range of 2 dB, so that means at most, no matter how I have this set up, it's only going to reduce the bass, this bass master, by 2 dB. So just giving 2 decibels of headroom, you could say, for the kick to be heard and prioritized over the bass. Now I don't stop there. I also have this all instrument bus. This is another subgroup where all my instrument tracks go, pianos, flutes, etc. And I have another multiband on here and it's doing the exact same thing. It's set to the kick sidechain. It's set to that same exact frequency, 160. It's probably a legit duplicate of the other one I just showed you. And together they're both helping the kick just get prioritized once again in the lows, which is where the frequency of the kick lives. So check this out. Let me play it one more time with and without it. So you can kind of tell without it, you still hear the kick, of course. It's not like the kick is gone when I bypass this, but it's just a bit more muddy, less defined, less clear. So why don't we do this? How about I bypass both of these and just let this play for a moment, and then I'll put it back in and we'll see the difference with and without them. So this is going to be without. So you could tell that the kick is just coming out more on top over both of these elements, and it's just preventing anything from competing with the area that the kick should be living in, which is the low end of the track. So there you have it. Pretty simple, a little bit of an extension of things that I've already talked about regarding sidechain compression. But if you use this strategy, you're definitely going to be able to get your kicks to hit a bit harder and more on top of other elements in your track, including the 808, without sacrificing too much. If you got value out of this video, please like, subscribe, and share once again. Hit the bell below, subscribe. Stay tuned for more helpful videos in the future. I'm super happy that I'm able to help you with these videos. And if you have any questions, any requests, feel free to drop them in the comments below so I can address them in a future video. Looking forward to helping you again soon. Peace out.
5,